I was raised up going to church as a young kid. We went to a Nazarene church throughout my elementary years. As I was going into my middle school years, we began going to a Baptist church in Lake Charles where I attended Sunday school and Sunday service nearly every week. I was very active in a large youth group where I came up to know Jesus and later was baptized. At this point, though, I didn't understand what the gospel really was and just kind of went through the motions. Around the age of 15, my maternal grandmother passed away, and my family decided to move to Baton Rouge to be closer to the rest of my family. When we settled in our new home in Baton Rouge, my family started looking for various churches in the area to try to figure out where we were going to go next. At this point in my life, I started experiencing life outside of the church and away from Christ. As I was coming into my young adult years, I started thinking I didn't need Christ anymore, and I can handle the world on my own and make right choices. Besides, I'm saved, right? I mean, I said the sinner's prayer and I was baptized, I should be okay. But I really wasn't. I was far away from God as could be. During this time in my life, the world kind of had its way with me, and I was living reckless and carefree, and I got into lots of trouble. When I was in my early 20s, I met my wife. After we were married, we bought a house and new cars and vehicles and had 2 kids, and within a few short years of obtaining all these possessions, we lost it all. I started traveling for work by myself at first, and then later bringing my family with me around the country. And in '07, we started to settle in Minnesota, and we stayed up there for 2.5 years. I came home one day and found that my wife and kids left me, and stressed out, not having any family or friends nearby, I cried out to God for the first time in many years. My wife and I talked through our problems and agreed to seek marriage counseling, and we moved back to Louisiana, where God led us to a small church with a pastor ready to take on our challenging marriage problems. Now, with the help of Christian counseling, I truly understand what it means to trust Christ and Christ alone in my salvation. The understanding that He died for my place and my sins, rose again, gave me life, really hit home for me in a way that it hadn't before. Now I'm allowing Him to guide my life instead of relying on my own understanding, fumbling around in the darkness like I was before. Now I walk in the light. Several months later, my wife and I were looking for a place to raise our children in a church that we felt was solid in the faith with the scriptures. My mom suggested Woodlawn Baptist Church, so we visited for a time to see if it was somewhere we would like to be, and that's what led us here today.